second. I gotta... There we go. I got this working. I got it working. Alright. Alright, give me another second. I'm sorry. Sorry, it's gonna be I forgot to do something. Okay. Can you guys hear me? I think so. Hang on. There we go. We'll just get started. I accidentally triggered TCG. So I had to force quit. Hopefully it lets me continue. I still have my sinus infection, so...
Wait! Isn't that
okay,
Kaveh?
good. It didn't skip it.
What's she doing in the cat's tail? Kaveh!
Ah, it's you two.
What are you doing here? Wait! And how did you get out of the Serena teapot? You can do that?
Of course I can. Ah, but this is your first time seeing me outside of the teapot realm, isn't it? Although the Adepti created teapot spirits primarily to manage and maintain their teapot realms, our movements are not restricted to those domains. For instance, there's Jade Seeker, who travels far and wide to gather the rarest treasures in the land. But it is true that I, in contrast, rarely leave the teapot realm at all.
Ah, Paimon gets it now. Huh.
I forgot
Well,
something.
since you
I'll
so
let it
rarely
play.
leave, what's the occasion today?
Okay, so I also did enable drops, so hopefully that is working. If you don't know what drops are, they're just like you know, when you watch the stream and everything, you'll be able to grab some rewards. So I forgot to put it on my Twitter that I'm playing, so give me a second. I apologize. Alrighty. Sorry, 1 second. Still doing it. Still doing it. Alright, that is done. And then second thing to do is retweet elsewhere. Alright. I need to raise my brightness up. I forgot it was down. Okay. I think we're good to keep going.
As curious as I am to know how the drinks here differ from those in Liyue. No, in fact, I was sent here for a reason.
What reason is that?
And as it happens, it has something to do with the traveler, too.
Me?
Well, as I'm sure you've discovered, with the rising popularity of Genius Invocation TCG, inviting a friend to a duel in the tavern has become a fun way to pass the time. There's just one little problem. Many invitees currently have to travel an enormous distance to get here, turning the whole thing into quite an ordeal. I have therefore been sent here to create a little game room using the same Adeptus art as is used to construct teapot realms. That way, anyone with an invitation will need only to think the thought, and they will instantly appear in the game room. You will be free to use the room whenever you wish to invite a friend to duel, and it will be far more straightforward for them to take you up on the offer.
Wow! This will make things much easier! But what if Margaret finds out? She's not gonna get mad at you for renovating her tavern with your Adeptus arts, is she?
That shouldn't be a problem, since the realm will not be physically located within the cat's tail. Besides, we obviously sought the owner's permission in advance. She was quite enthusiastic. Oh, Liyue's Adepti arts sound pretty useful. Could you double the size of the tavern while you're at it? Unfortunately, my mastery of Adeptus arts is not sufficient to achieve this.
Huh. Yeah, that does sound like something Margaret would say.
Anyway, it's great that you're here. I was expecting to have to wait until your next visit to the Teapot Realm to fill you in. Right then, let's get started. Okay, that should do it. Over to you. Now you can invite friends to duel with you in this room wherever in the world they are. I hope it serves you well. Oh, and I almost forgot. A guy from the tavern wanted me to say this to you. Hope you will have fun playing Genius Invocation TCG.
Oh, I will. Alright, so... Wait a second, that's right! The Archons are available now! I'm gonna... Oh, and Zhao too! Gosh dang it, so many good ones. Okay, okay. Okay. Give me a moment. Go home with Kaveh. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I was still continuing the the hangout.
If you press a leaf between dry sheets of paper, you can make an attractive and handy bookmark.
My deck. This one. We'll try it with this one first. Oh! Oh, it's with randos. Okay. Cool. Alright, we'll try it once. I miss Windtrace, to be honest. I think they're still trying to pick some cards. Okay, there we go. Let's go with... Let's go with my boy.
Let's go gather some samples.
Reroll. I don't have any of these.
Your penance is due!
Okay. No problem. Okay, let's see what I got. I forgot what I got. Wait, why can't I? I have never played this on mobile. All right.
Can't see?
Okay. Oh, I have to freaking drag it. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Alright.
We'll need a strategy. Absorption test.
Ah! Not my Tainari. Okay. Alright, we'll do it like this. And then I'll end my round. Okay, this is the hydro. I'm good. Shoot. No, because if I did that, I'll lose that card. Okay, we'll do it like this.
Can't see?
I got the Timmy card. Oh, hi! Hi, Dad. How are you doing? Sorry, I was concentrating. It's going. It's going. Oh, you're working right now? Me, I'm just, you know, doing this. I forgot that I signed up for this, so I figured why not.
Ready to do my utmost.
Oh, editing. Okay, good. Don't push yourself too much.
I summon thee!
Shoot, okay. I'm going to...
Nowhere to run!
Ooh, probably should have ended my turn. They're probably going to end their turn. No. Okay, okay. We got this, we got this. I got this. Okay. This is hard doing it through mobile. This is the character. Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay. I was about to say, I thought. Heal your active character. We'll play like this. Shoot, I've got electro dice. But it's against an electro. Ah, crud. Okay, that's okay. Oh.
Futile!
Ooh.
Surrender!
I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. I have no more dice, so we'll go ahead and end my round. Ooh, I've got, hang on. So after a character uses burst. Oh, heck yes.
Through me, justice is served!
My research has failed.
Oh, shoot. I don't have any more dice, so the next thing I can do is switch out a character. Oh. No, because if I did that, my round's gonna end anyway. Okay. We're good. Let me end this round. I might lose Sino, but that's okay. I have a plan if everything goes perfectly. Okay. I figured they only had one dice left. I know why I'm getting electro dice. The gosh thing, and I want the others. Okay, what else I got? Heal the most injured one. Yes. I don't need this. I mean, yes and no. No, I'm good. I'll save that just in case I do end up losing Sino. If I... I might lose
We'll need a
Kokomi.
strategy.
Oh no, the burst! Have mercy on me. I didn't think of this.
As
I
you
knew
wish,
it, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Shoot.
New strategy needed.
Okay, that's alright. That's alright. It's alright.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Mein Fräulein.
I might lose both at the same time. Because it's super. Oh, no? Okay. I'm gonna lose. I know I'm gonna lose. Especially since Ganyu just got her ultimate. Oh shoot, that's right. Yes, it is my. Stop it! Alright, come on. Go ahead and hit me. Go ahead. You're gonna win.
All hail.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tainari.
Flowers haven't bloomed yet.
I'm sorry. Ah, dang it. Okay, okay. Shoot, shoot. I almost had it. I almost had it. If only I could have just one more energy. I could have won. Okay. You know, it's all right.
Surrender!
I know. We both have 1 health left, but we know who's going to be winning this match.
My judgment
Good game,
has
Edna. Good game.
failed.
Ah, good. Good job. Good job. That was good. That was fun. That was really fun. Where did it go? Okay. Let's see. That's right, the new cards. I wonder if I have enough to buy any. I do not. Shenhe? I didn't know they added Shenhe. Kujasara? Miko! Okay. Let's get me out of this one. I mean, I could. No, it's fine. I want to challenge, I want to challenge my other baby. No, not the co-op. Come here! The reason I started Genshin.
The mechanics of this card game. They should be comparable to the conventions of chess.
I love you. Alright, he's so cute. Alright, let's play. Oh, he's got Ito and Chongyun. Okay, I want to get rid of... We'll go with Kokomi first.
Take heart. Victory will be ours.
Okay, I've got some good dice.
Your penance is due!
Okay, let's go here.
Quake!
Deal 1 geo damage. Okay. I need his card. No, not yet. Oh. Okay. Then I guess I can play this card. And end my round. Oh, that's right, because he'd have to end his, Zhongli would have to end his run anyway because it's got no dice. We'll do it like this. I don't want to use that card yet. We'll do it like this, and then I'll switch over to Sino.
Stabilize!
Oh gosh. No!
Our mission begins.
Hi, baby girl. I know I'm using up all my dice. Oh man. Oh, let me enter it anyway. Shoot. Because Zhongli has his ultimate ready. And okay. I gotta think this out real quickly. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it this way.
Nowhere to run!
Are you switching over to Ito? No, you're not. You're go ahead. Use your ultimate burst. You're not? What is your strategy? Oh, I didn't check to look at the support cards. Wait! Okay, never mind. Ah. Winter, hello! Hey, you caught me on an early stream! Welcome! Yeah. Yeah, I was like, you know, I totally forgot about the new update last night. And I did already do some of Kaveh's hangout. But I figured I would save the TCG and Yoimiya's story quest for today. And thank you very much. I'm very proud of the PNG. Yes, Kaveh has a hangout. It is so good. We got to know. Well, I won't spoil it. But it's a good hangout. For Layla's, I went like I rushed it a little bit. Oh yeah, hers was cute.
Judgment is upon you.
Yes, it's the
Let's
it's the picture that's hanging in my teapot.
I'll lead the way.
Yes. So in the there is a furniture that you can make. It's like a blank frame, and then once you hang that blank frame up in your teapot, you can go to it and then choose to put one of the pictures from any of the hangouts. So I have like a whole bunch of them. Yes. I encourage you. Oh, insufficient energy. What? Oh, elemental dice. I read that wrong. Oh, Diana's your favorite? I thought it was Clee. But to be honest, I'm not super duper surprised. You know what? That's fair. Diana was my main cryo. She's my second main cryo, I think. That's so cute. Well, now I know who's your favorite. Very good information. I'll keep that in mind. Oh, I should show you Kirara. I have her on my. I have her. I hope you get her. What was this one? No, that's not the one I wanted. Support, draw 2 cards.
I'll uproot you!
Exactly.
A touch of frost.
Don't give up. I gotta switch to Kokomi.
Take heart. Victory will be ours.
This is a difficult fight. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, come on. Okay. Oh, this is tough. I gotta switch to Sino.
Our mission begins.
Oh, are you gonna use your burst now? Shoot. I just want his card, man. Ooh, that's a good deck. With the elemental reactions, that's a good deck.
Let me put this move to the test.
No!
Order guide you.
Okay. Did that just turn? That's a new one. No! He's stone! Mother of frickin' pearl. Gosh dang it, and I have a lot of electro dice too. That is not fair. Okay. Okay, Kokomi, I'm gonna have to sacrifice you.
We'll need a strategy. New strategy needed.
A fortuitous move.
Okay, what can I do? I'm gonna have to do it like this. I'm gonna lose.
Enshroud!
Mother of pearl.
I'm not finished my research.
This is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Yes, it is. So I think I know what I'm going to do. Because there's no way I can get all of their shields down. So I'm going to try a whole bunch of elemental reactions.
In death, a new cycle begins.
Alright. Let's see.
It looks like I've played all my pieces. Cards, right.
Why are you so cute? I can't be mad at you. You're so freaking cute. Oh. This is nice. I love you very much. Okay. Yeah, let me change my deck then. Hang on.
The mechanics of this card.
No, he was my first favorite. But Tainari dethroned him. But he is tied as my second favorite with Kaveh. But Tainari is my favorite. He was my Zhangli was my ultimate reason for playing Genshin. I spent $100 on that man. Oh, his voice is really soothing. Yes. He does need the money. That poor broke grandpa. I'm just kidding. Okay. I might need your help a little bit. You said that pierce damage pierce damage ignores shields. So I know you use Ganyu, Diona, and Fischl. Do you recommend that or something else? Okay, I'll try and use I'll try to use Ganyu. How do you know this is a stupid question, but how do you know if they have pierce damage? You see, it's a stupid question. Does it really? Oh, it says it right here. 1 piercing damage. Oh my gosh. Okay. I do know now. Alright. $140? Holy crud. Goodness gracious. My boy! I get to get my boy. Okay, enough of these. I never worry about these cards. Dang. Well, good job, Hu Tao. Okay. Oh, they're all bows. Stop. Okay, I just need to put 2 more cards. Alright. Huh? Oh, is it this one I can't? Okay. My bad. I guess I can try this. Alright. Let's try this again.
The mechanics of this...
268! Oh my gosh! And that's without food buffs and everything? Okay, I want to try and get... Let's do
The threads of your
first.
fate lie in my hands.
Good gosh, that's insane. 300k, that's crazy. Okay, we'll do it like this. No. Oh, it did not.
No rest for the wicked. Crumble!
Yeah, I see that too. Personally, it's like, and I know a lot of people like to focus on like all the numbers and damage and everything. I just want my favorite characters. That's it. Let me go ahead and
As per
switch
our
it to-
contract.
Oh. I should have saved it. I want Nilu specifically for that. Because I know she's good for Kaveh. But I didn't get her and I'm sad. But that's okay. That's crazy. 30k. Dang, man.
Access denied.
You're okay. No. You would change it to Ito. Teach me thy ways, Winter. I can use these now.
Born of ice and frost.
Attaboy!
True. Artifacts are like one of the most difficult things to get for main stats or substats. Oh, and it still didn't get me. Okay. Please. Thank you.
For Rex Lapis.
30 critical damage. Oh my gosh. Winter. Okay, how many dice do you have? You have 3. I'm gonna switch it over to
In the name of the Prinzessin!
her, and then I'm ending my round. You're good. You're good.
Swift and merciful.
Sometimes I have to think on which elements I have. Okay, here, your active character, you can go with that. Hold on. This is the weapon one. I want that one. Because I know who I want to... Nope, can't do that one. And that's not gonna give me... So...
I summon thee!
Of course. Well... Oh, man. Hold up. Okay. Shoot. Because if I... Okay. So here's my thought process. So if I play this card, I'll get random, basic elemental die. But if I convert it to Electro, then I can use this one. You know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Tainari. And then just end my round here. Because he's got the ultimate. I know
Let me
I
put
should
this
have.
move to the test.
I know I should have.
This
but
is order.
there we go.
Feeling a little off.
An oversight on my part.
No rest for the wicked.
Oh my gosh, that card. That is a good looking card. Okay, no. Man, Fischl is apparently becoming my main. Is dealing the most damage on this. Okay. I'm gonna lose her.
Scourge of evil.
The outcome is yet to be determined.
Yeah, I knew she would.
One
Give
shall
me my boy.
descend.
A fortuitous move.
I'm finally putting you on the field. To deal the final blow.
At least I'm going down with style.
Never mind, he didn't do squat.
I humbly admit defeat.
At least I got the card. Thank goodness. Alright. That's all I really wanted. See how much battery I got. That's 63. We're good. How about one more? I want to try giving... Oh, I don't know. I want to battle A. But I want to battle Miko. But I also want to battle Zhao. But I also want to battle Nita. This is terrible. Okay. You know what? How about let's go ahead and just start on Yoimiya's quest. You have a cookie. Oh, I want a cookie. And welcome back, by the way. Well, actually, okay. You're welcome. I am puzzled on what to do next. Should I... Because I wanted to stream Kaveh's hangout yesterday, but I was impatient. Should I do Kaveh's, or at least continue Kaveh's hangout? Or should I start on Noemiya's? I know it's up to me, but I want to know what you think. Which would you rather see? Whoop. Sorry.
The value of knowledge cannot simply be quantified in monetary terms.
I'm indecisive. Okay, I'll continue to do Kaveh's. Where is it? Stop it! That's not the one I'm trying to click on. Okay, that's fine. Then I'll do Kaveh's. Now, see where... One second, cause this is in the middle. So was I, honestly, so was I. Adieramento... I know, Venti is the only Archon to not have a part 2.
Keep up.
I won't start from the beginning because I can't remember how I even got this path. The weakest Archon?
Alhaitham isn't in, so feel free to sit wherever. I'll bring out the box. Oh, nothing. I just didn't realize how much time had passed. The box is pretty dusty, which means it's already been a while since I've moved into this place. and many years since my mother moved to Fontaine. I'm happy for her. I hope she'll be able to find happiness there. She raised me all by herself after my father passed away. It definitely wasn't easy for her. Anyway, enough about that. Let's see what I packed into this box. What are all these things?
Okay, so this thing, he says, okay, he'll mention it a little bit, but I want to talk about it. So he says that he drew this when he was like, what, less than 5 years old. And correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this the actual building from Port Ormos? I'm gonna pronounce that wrong. Like an actual building? I don't know, I'm probably taking it too literally. I can't talk. Literally. My headcanon was like, if this was not built when he was, when he was drawing it and making a blueprint or something, then I'm headcanoning that it was his mom that made it. But I'm probably just overthinking.
Oh, I remember now. This is a drawing I made in Port Ormos. Obviously,
Actually,
I wouldn't call it
I
anything
think-
special now, but I was less than 5 years old when I made this drawing. That's more than 20 years ago. You could say it's pretty good for a child of that age.
Never mind. I'm just being dumb. I think he was just copying what he saw.
Now that I've said that out loud, I suppose I do have some level of artistic talent, right?
And the same.
Criticism and self-doubt have always been a part of the artistic process. Without criticism, there can be no improvement. It's normal for me to question my abilities from time to time. I admit that I may have spent a little too long questioning myself this time around, but as you know, the heart tends to dwell on whatever it pleases. Anyway, never mind. The more I talk about it, the less confident I feel. Let's see what else we have in the box. Ah, my building blocks! It's been years since I've last seen these. When I was a kid, I used to stack them super high, and could even stabilize the tower to keep it from tumbling over. Oh, and this blueprint. I made it by copying my mother's sketch, and the aspect ratio was horrendous. It's still technically the first blueprint I made myself, though. I was super proud of myself when I finished it, and put it in the same pile as my mother's sketches, hoping she'd notice and compliment me for my good work. Unfortunately, my mother didn't realize that I had put it there. When she had a meeting with a client the next day, she handed my blueprint to him by mistake. The client was completely confused by this new blueprint, but apparently he felt too tongue-tied to question such a famous architect. It was only a few days later that he finally gathered up the courage to pay my mother a visit. He asked, "The door in this blueprint is even taller than the roof.
Oh, wait.
Is this supposed to be part of the design?"
Were you talking about me? Dang it, I'm so sorry. I keep I was flustered and my phone just went down. So I apologize. No, you're too kind. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited for that new model. Appreciate it. I know I was supposed to draw the little doodles, but my gosh, work is killing me.
My mother took me with her to personally apologize to the client several times. She didn't scold me about it in private, though. Instead, she went over all the steps required to draw a good blueprint, and was very patient throughout the whole process. I still remember it like it was yesterday. Let's see, is there anything else left in this box? Huh. What was this again?
Oh, thank you for asking. So, it was okay. Everybody welcomed me with open arms. And they were very, very nice and everything. But, it's still burning me out. This is day 2 and I'm already feeling burnt out because it's such a chaotic environment. I don't like it. I really don't. But it's, you know, it's keeping me kind of going or getting me back on track. But I am very spoiled by them. Apparently, they loved me, and they were praising me already as in the manager group chat. So I feel very honored about that. And yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it does burn me out. I already know I'm going to be, because it's not an environment I want to be around anymore. I've already had my fill of this job, but, you know, I'm just gonna keep on pushing through and, try to, you know, distract myself until I can get back my old job and I don't have to deal with it anymore. But thank you very much for asking. And thank you for your support and everything. I appreciate it.
Ah, this is my mother's notebook. She used to write and sketch in it all the time. When I was a child, I used to be super fascinated by this notebook and always pestered my mother to let me read it. After asking her a few times, she told me that I could read it as long as I could guess the password.
It doesn't matter, so thank you very much.
Wonder why she didn't take this notebook with her. Did she leave it to me on purpose? If only I could. I never managed to guess the password. Hey, it's not a matter of time, it's a matter of inspiration. That's what we need to guess the password. Who knows? Maybe this time something will click in my head, and the answer will just present itself. I could tell what you were thinking. Don't worry, I tried all the easy guesses a long time ago. I've tried my name, my father's name, my mother's name, my grandparents' names on both sides, and all of our birthdays. I've tried every name and number remotely related to my family. I've even tried stuff like love you Kaveh, take care, and yours truly. I've tried every cheesy phrase and well-wish in the book, but this lock has refused to budge. I wouldn't try that route again. I have a hunch that it won't be that simple. Also, if she really did use something like that, she'd never hear the end of it from the folks over at Haravatat if they ever found out.
Then maybe we should just put it aside.
Yeah, you're right. Although I was hoping to find some words of wisdom from my mother, if I stop and think about it, her words may not be the advice that I need to hear right at this moment. Everyone's life journey is different. Traveler, you've visited many lands and met many people, so I'm sure you've run into situations where some advice wasn't exactly suitable for the situation at hand. Ah, I just got an idea though. If I want to rekindle the creative passion that I had before, instead of trying to unlock an old notebook, why don't I take a walk around the parts of town that had changed my life? What do you think? I'm glad you agree. Then let's start by taking a quick stroll around the academia.
Alright, this is the new path for me. I don't want to leave. It's very rare that we get to be in here. It is very nice. They have a nice house. Alright, let's go to the house of Dana. Yeah, but still. It's okay. You'll get used to it if you do use it. It took me a while to get his name to spell his name right too, so you're not alone. I agree. I agree with you.
Of all the places in the academia, I remember this one most. When my studies got busy, I used to pull all-nighters here trying to finish my blueprints.
Hang on, I need to change the stream name really quickly. Just a minor change. There it is. And Kaveh.
Who doesn't miss their time at the academia? Life was a lot simpler then, and we all had far less troubles. I created many designs that I thought were beautiful in the House of Dana. I drew whatever came to mind, since I didn't have to care about budget constraints or turning them into reality. If I had to give a reason, it'd probably be because I like the ambiance here. The academia also had a rule that allowed scholars to annotate any physical books they came across. As a result, the books here are chock full of scholars' wisdom across many generations.
Wait for me! Oh, too bad I can't be one of the boys. He's so beautiful. Look at him, he's so gorgeous.
Oh, here, this is a great example. This book, History of Ancient Sumeru Architecture, contains some analysis that I did many years ago. Huh? Why is Al-Haytham's handwriting also in here? When did he ever read this book? I guess it's probably from when we worked on that research project together. Anyway, he probably never cared to tell you this, but the House of Dana is where Al-Haytham and I first met. I came here to do my homework, and saw him sitting by himself next to that row of bookshelves. A group of Haravatat scholars were chatting near him, but he looked as if he was too lazy to join them. There was a pretty stark difference between him and all the rest of them. It was my fault for feeling bad for him. I thought he must have gotten into some kind of trouble and went over to ask if he needed anything, not realizing that...
Not realizing that you were in fact the one in a whole heap of trouble?
There they are.
Al-Haytham? Why are you here?
The House of Dana is a public space. Anyone can come here, no?
But shouldn't you be at the records room at this hour? You're not here to watch me make a fool of myself, are you?
You're fine. He was just reminiscing about his first meeting with Al-Haytham. And how he befriended him.
You think I would derive amusement from watching you fall into depression over your life's various troubles? If that's the case, then I suppose I must have been entertaining myself for years. I came here to pick up a few files. If your voice hadn't managed to get through my soundproof earpieces, I probably wouldn't have noticed you.
All right. I admit I was probably overreacting just now.
I want to know what happened next.
Probably not when he's right here with us. As his senior, I shouldn't try to tarnish his reputation.
There was nothing embarrassing or shameful about it. When I was still a student at the academia, I once collaborated with Kaveh on a research project. A collaboration is usually beneficial for all parties, but due to issues with our personalities, we ended up going our separate ways before completing the project. We had a number of differences, and they remain unresolved even today. But there's no point going into that right now. The more important question is, why are you at the House of Dana?
Oh, these two. I freaking love them. Kaveh's feeling a little...
As a senior scholar, isn't it my responsibility to offer my friend a quick tour and explanation of the academia's architecture?
I see. Then let me guess. Your next stop will be the pavilions around Razan Garden? Our famed architect sure loves showing off that corner to all his friends. Oh, and Kaveh, a lot of the books you annotated have been moved to the innermost section of that bookshelf over there. You'll have to dig them out yourself if you need to find them.
Huh? But why would you know that? Don't tell me you finally had an epiphany and realized that there's great virtue in respecting your elder's work.
Sure, if that will give you some self-confidence. Leave any words of thanks you may have to the ex-Grand Conservator. The last time he was here, he was complaining that he had received reports from current students. The main grievance being that the annotations are too long and difficult to read. As a result, the books you annotated have been moved to the back shelves.
What?
I do too.
But all of my annotations were extremely important. Instead of reporting me, they should have been thanking me for my service. The notes that I took, they couldn't have asked for a better analysis of those books. Okay, just you wait. I'm going to fix this right now. I'll dig all the books out and return them to the proper shelves.
Oh, we'll wait.
They're so cute. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. That little giggle of Alhatham's.
Anyway, you were about to say he's feeling a bit down? Put through the ringer. What an interesting phrase. I assume he used those exact words himself? He probably did suffer quite a bit, that's true. He always spends a lot of time editing his proposals, with the goal of satisfying as many of the client's preferences as possible. But the satisfaction of one client will not translate to general satisfaction with his work. Many problems in life can only be solved by a fundamental change of attitude. As the leading genius of Ksharawar, Kaveh should have both the right and the confidence to reject any unreasonable demands. There are plenty of architects in Sumeru who are inferior to him in skill, yet far more irascible in temperament. What's more, there are plenty of people who look up to such individuals as paragons of staying true to one's principles.
I love how respectfully both of them are the ones to tell the traveler exactly how the other is. It's because Kaveh won't really, open himself too much to us, but then I'll hate him, blah 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 blah. I'll hate them. It's like, oh, this is what he does. This is his personality, and it's just, I love them. I love them. No matter how much they bicker, they do know each other inside and out, and I love them.
Clearly, his predicament is inevitable, since he holds other people's feelings as more important than his own. Of course, each person is different, and we should respect the paths that they have chosen for themselves. Admonitions will serve no purpose. People tend to succumb to familiar pitfalls, and this is especially true for those who believe it's their duty to carry more burdens on their shoulders.
Looks like you were having an enjoyable chat while I was gone. Were you talking about me by any chance?
Yes.
What do you think?
What else is there to talk about? Surely no one would be interested in talking about the files that you were browsing through earlier. Anyway, you should take a look at this. Look at this comment on page 82. Dear Kaveh, thank you so much for annotating this book in such detail. It was a great help to me. See that? Now that's how a student should treat their seniors.
And it looks like you're already in a much better mood now. It really doesn't take much to make you happy, huh?
Me? Happy? I'm mocking that retired blockhead for being so full of himself. He understands nothing about the true beauty of architecture. When I can find some time, I'll have a serious talk with him about making sure these books are put where they belong.
Why don't you just move all the books yourself? It's not like he hasn't cursed you out before. What was that nickname he gave you while you were in the academia? The Urchin of Ksharawar?
What?
Kaveh had a habit of scribbling and writing in all kinds of books.
Hey! You didn't need to bring that up. At least not when I'm still standing here. Oh, actually, I also found a really old sketch in one of the books over there. See? Doesn't it remind you of something? Huh? Don't tell me even you don't get it.
Don't ask me. This is the time you specifically put aside to brag about yourself. Feel free to hoard all the spotlight you want.
You? In that case, allow me to explain. Although this sketch is a little abstract, you can plainly see from the road plans that this was an original concept for the expansion of Port Ormos.
We can also plainly see that the designer was a huge fan of this project. It's the project he loves to talk about the most, second to the Palace of Alcazarzare.
If I don't keep bringing up the neat projects that I've done, how would anyone know that I was the one who did them in the first place? There shouldn't be any complaints about Port Ormos. If I remember correctly, the construction process was very smooth, everything was made ready ahead of time, and there were very few safety concerns.
There are indeed no records of any complaints about this project. A most impressive achievement.
See? What did I tell you? Come on, let's take a stroll through Port Ormos next. I'll tell you all about the designs I made for the place.
Come with us, I'll hate them. I doubt it, but please.
No need. It's almost time to clock out for the day, and I don't intend on bringing any unfinished work home.
Suit yourself. It's not like you know how to appreciate artistry anyway. Let's go, traveler. I'll take you to Port Ormos.
Okay, where did he go? I wouldn't know if I can still talk to him. Okay. I thought... Yeah, I haven't seen these before, so let me just make sure that they're not gonna give me some kind of prize. Yep, it did. Okay, let's go. Okay, 51% battery. We're still good.
Port Ormos. No, I didn't design any one specific building. Most of my work here concerned structural renovation. Port Ormos had already existed since I was still a young child. It wasn't as large as it is now, though. It only came to its current size after a sizable expansion. I was part of that project. The arch bridge over there, for example, that was one of my designs. When I was first tasked with the project, I decided to reference the growth patterns of nearby trees to split Port Ormos into 2 levels. My goal was to improve the overall utilization of space. We ran into a lot of issues during construction, but thankfully, we were still able to achieve the original vision. Residents can now behold all the ships entering and leaving the harbor from the vantage point of the bridge, while visitors can recognize the site of Port Ormos from a long ways away. I was still young and new to the trade back then. I could hardly believe that an idea in my head could become reality and remain in the world for many years to come. The true cornerstone of the creative process. The point about the design that will be ultimately used to judge its true worth. It was the first time that it became crystal clear in my mind. Once built, a building will continue to stand. Countless people will see it, and countless more will step inside it. Its final worth, whether it's good or bad, will be assessed by the countless generations of people that interact with the building during their lives. You think so? I'm glad to hear
so
that.
Cute.
But even with this project, I still had one small regret. My budget was tight, and I was unable to use the higher quality timber I had originally intended for the design. I knew that some concessions on aesthetics would be needed as soon as I agreed to a proposal that prioritized the practical functions of the project. Us creative types know better than anyone that most projects cannot be completed without a few regrets. Even the Palace of Alcazarzare was not perfect. Yeah, you're right. I should learn to look toward future opportunities, and believe that any regrets I have can be overcome in time. We've spent long enough here. There's still one last place I want to go, but it's a little far. Would you be interested in a quick trip to the desert?
Sure.
Great. Most of my projects over the last few years have had something to do with the desert, partially because there's a special place there that I often visit. This is a rare opportunity, so why don't you come along and see it for yourself? If you ever feel down, maybe you'll be able to go there and feel better too.
I'm assuming it's by Aru Village? No, it's not. Dang, that's far.
Who would have thought that so many primal constructs could have congregated here while I was gone? We won't be able to sit and talk peacefully with these guys around. Let's clear the area.
Okay. Oh, wait, I didn't. Okay. Wait a second. I wasn't ready.
I hear everything.
Judgment is upon you. Guilty!
Oh, this is hard on mobile.
Your penance is due! You stand condemned! Guilty!
Excuse me?
Phew, okay. You're fine.
Isn't this place great?
I don't think you missed much.
I often come here to clear my mind when I'm dealing with a difficult situation.
Just that we're
You know
in the
what I
desert
mean.
now.
Everyone finds themselves in frustrating situations once in a while. Just take me as an example. My family life got shaken up quite a bit when I was young. I struggled in school, and I got into a huge pile of debt building the Palace of Alcazarzare. Although Alhaitham thinks that it's because of my personality that I continue to live in the shadow of the past, I think it's also just a part of life. Plus, if I look back, I've honestly had my fair share of good luck as well. You could probably say I've followed in the path of my mother. Like her, I've gained a name for myself as an architect, built something that's seen as my magnum opus, and found many projects that others have entrusted to me to finish. Life is too boring when you live with no enthusiasm and passion. Only those who believe in the inherent meaning of it can capture the small nuances of everyday life and turn them into inspiration for beautiful designs. Of course, I will concede that loving something also means taking it to heart. So to an extent, caring is also a source of pain. If I didn't love my work, I wouldn't be so torn up about it all the time. But still, isn't this place beautiful? Despite the erosion from the winds and changing seasons, you can still perceive its
He doesn't
past
like the
beauty
heat.
and glory.
I'll tell you that.
With different landforms come different architectural styles. The desert's history has left it with few records regarding its buildings, so I often visit the desert to investigate things in person. The sight here has moved me ever since the first time I laid my eyes on it. I told myself that one day, I would also be able to create buildings that move others. My pain will one day fade into nothing, just as I've reached the end of my life. But buildings are different. They are far more valuable than most materialistic things, and far more durable than human flesh. As long as there remain souls in the world who can decipher the meaning behind them, they will also have acknowledged me across the vast stream of time. If you were to ask me what art is, that would be my answer. You think so? But I feel I've always been like this. Remember that question I brought up before? The one about whether I should see art as a divine gift of inspiration from the gods, or as a product of my own existential struggle. I still haven't found an answer to that yet. But if art wasn't inherently paradoxical and enigmatic, then people probably wouldn't be drawn to it. Those who pursue art will be unable to avoid the pain that it naturally brings. Will often be floating on cloud 9 one second, and sinking in a mire the next. I'll try gathering my thoughts again once I've found a way to define art in the first place. In any case, thank you so much for listening to everything I had to say.
Aww. That's pretty. Oh, hey, look. Oops. Okay. Get back here. Winter, I'm not sure how much you avoid spoilers or anything, or have Genshin on your timeline or whatever, but have you seen anything about Kave's hangout besides here? Because there is a picture of Kaveh, Alhaitham, Tainari, and Sino's dads being friends. Okay. Let's see. I think it's this one. Let me bring this one up so you can see.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes. What am I supposed to do now? Forget it. I'll just head back.
Tainari, what are you doing here?
Oh, it's you. Good to finally see you again. I came into the city to buy some experiment reagents, hoping to bring them back with me to Gandharvaville. But as soon as I got here, I noticed someone banging on Cyrus's door. You've all heard of Cyrus, right? He's an ex-sage and Sino's adoptive father. I was thinking about going over to ask what's happening. That granny over there may appear old and frail, but her vocal cords certainly sound loud and healthy as ever.
Granny?
Yeah, she's just over there. You can go check out the situation yourselves in a moment. Kaveh, were you at the tavern?
I had a quick drink or two. Can you still smell the alcohol?
Drinking in broad daylight. Really? You want to pass out by the road and get run over by a sumpter beast like some mindless fungus, huh? And you, traveler? You didn't try to stop him?
No.
You look like a wreck, Kaveh. What happened? Are you feeling down again? You know what? I'm hosting a meal at Pardistii tomorrow evening. Do you want to come?
Huh? Oh, I had no idea. Let me think for a moment. I'll come if I can find some time.
All right. Then I'll plan on reserving 2 seats for you. I'll be heading back to Gandharvaville for now. I have a feeling that argument over there is going to continue for quite some time. It might be best if we don't get involved.
A granny who lives nearby. Let's go take a look.
Question. Is the stream lagging for you or anyone? Because I have a stream going on in the background, so I can keep an eye on it. And it seems to be lagging, but I don't know if that's just my laptop. Okay. That's fine. Alright. Also, you're gonna get to meet Cyrus. Kind of. He's still faceless. And then I'll, like, kind of pass forward until I can, get to that picture I want to show.
Ha! So, plan on keeping yourself locked in there, huh? Fine by me. If you're not going to come out, then I'm not going to leave. My tomato was growing so well, it had all the potential to become the best tomato this year, and you cut it straight from the vine.
I already told you I had nothing to do with it. Why would I take a tomato that's still weeks from ripening? You'd have to be awfully green as an investigator to think it was me. You see, the word green here could refer to both the color of the tomato and the fact that your skills could use some.
Enough nonsense! Just come out and face me, you coward!
You're out of your mind. If I've actually done something wrong, then get a mantra and pull me out by force, why don't ya?
Oh, why you?
Oh my gosh. Sino really does check after him.
Professor Zahahadi?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead
And who are you?
fast forward, pretty much.
How long has it... it's... No, which brings up...
Hey, don't...
Come on, let's...
Yes.
Is far enough?
Yes, as far...
Ah, yeah.
No, not at all.
That's good tea. Sometimes she was still quite... She had to make even during. She had met... But every time...
I'm sure she had many difficult moments.
I do remember... She said, if you ask me...
So that's how it is. I wonder if the password could be...
What are you trying...
My mother left her...
Your personality. I've taught... They would know... Some clients would... When Faranak...
I see.
No, Faranak had...
So instead of understanding, perhaps all we need is just...
Oh...
Yes!
Then you should... Being the awkward person that she is, if you're ever in...
Thank you so... I wonder what my...
I'll let this one go on.
They all say Zahadid's class is the toughest, but I think it's actually not too bad. On the other hand, though, structural mechanics is definitely a pain, no matter how you try to approach it. I doubled down and managed to get through it in the end.
Oh, I forgot
I
to put it
met someone
back on
special.
auto.
At first, I didn't think much of him. But now, I feel very happy whenever I get to spend time with him. We decided to name our son Kaveh. I don't think a younger me would have ever imagined forming such an intimate bond with another person. Back then, I lived only in the shadow of myself, as well as that of the dream in my heart. The bad news came. And even though it's been several days now, I still can't bring myself to come to terms with what happened. My eyes are so swollen it's hard to see. What if they're all lying to me? And this is just a long, cruel dream. But I have to face reality. I still have someone to take care of. No matter what happens, I'll do my best to raise my son on my own.
Huh? Is this
Here it
a
is.
drawing? Seems like it was done by my mother.
There it is, it's the boys' chats. They look so cool. I love their designs. I know, I love their designs so much. And they all have like their own little kind of like a not symbolism, but like a behavior that links them to their kids. It's so cute. Ugh, I love this. I'm so happy they put this in his hangout.
This blonde man was probably my father, but who are the other people in the picture? Huh? Why do a few of them look somewhat familiar? From the dates in the notebook, she probably drew this more than 30 years ago. I hadn't even been born yet. Maybe we were thinking too much. Oh, there are a few lines written in the diary about this as well.
The one who invited us to the gathering is a talkative woman. Including us, 3 couples showed up. There was also a person who came alone. The talkative woman introduced everyone to each other. She spoke really quickly, so I couldn't quite catch everything she said, but I also didn't feel like asking her to repeat herself. My husband seems to be friends with the man with long ears. I couldn't really join their conversation, so I've resigned myself to sitting in a corner and drawing in my notebook. I don't think I'd be able to become friends with any of these people, especially that stiff-looking couple. That man is certainly very handsome, but he would constantly alternate between disjointed and serious ways of talking. His wife is a bit more bearable. We were not acquainted with each other to begin with, and I doubt we'll see each other again after this gathering. The ambiance of this gathering is surprisingly pleasant, however. Talking to people can allow us to find some peace after a long day. Maybe my son will also partake in these gatherings in the future. I hope he'll be able to make many friends.
Who would have thought my mother used to attend that kind of thing? It seemed she was only good at talking about her own work, and found it difficult to join into other conversations. As a result, she often kept to herself and would be off to the side, drawing. There's more written on the back. Oh, it seems like it was written to me.
Kaveh. I was both overjoyed and distressed when I learned of your decision to continue your studies in Kasharwar. You are very talented, and I am confident that you will become an architect of much acclaim. However, the more talented you are as an artist, the more misery and anguish you may encounter. No one will be able to help you during your journey as an artist. But outside of your life as a creator, you can learn to form connections with other people and enjoy many other things in life. It's the only way to alleviate your suffering. Whenever you feel down, seek out a friend to sit and have a chat. You can accumulate joy and fulfillment by spending time with them. The positive feelings you gain will get you through the long and difficult years. Never forget that companionship is the most important thing of all.
So that's the answer she prepared for me. She really thought long and hard about me and my future. Well, now that I've read her words, do you think I should accept Tainari's invite and attend that dinner? Although it'd be nice to get together with friends and chat the night away, besides, don't most people hate the feel? And don't forget, I'm also older. You're not wrong, but I keep feeling like I haven't really helped them much in return. Wait, do you mean it? You're not making fun of me, are you? I've gotten so used to sarcasm that I can't tell what's genuinely a compliment anymore. Wait, by fun, did you mean... You know what, I'm not going to overthink it. I'll see you tomorrow at Pardis DI.
And that's it. Hold on.
If you press a leaf between
I'm gonna go to the other one. So I can finally get the last reward.
Sheets of paper. You can make an attractive and...
Hello, baby. Come say hi on the chat now? There he is. There's that little poor baby. It's Celeste. I don't know if you'll be able to hear her meow.
Taking this commission was truly the worst decision ever.
Yeah, let me see if I can. It's always her. Celeste, come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. I know you want to say hi. Come on. Good girl. Can you meow for the phone microphone? No? Okay. Well, she's right here, so she says hi. There it is. There it is. Oh, good girl. Okay. Get comfy.
Oh, hey. Actually, while we're on that, what are you doing here at the tavern? Don't listen to anyone who says that drinking... so you saw that... Anyway, thanks for looking. Stress is just an inescapable part of being a working adult. Boss, I'll have a glass of wine. Do you want something too? I'll put it on my tab.
Wine in a glass.
I know you're already keeping a secret. That guy, though. Another glass.
You've got it, sir.
It really is every other day that you'd run into a client who knows nothing about construction requirements or architectural style. If this was in the past, but perhaps getting used to this just means that I've grown numb to it. I would spend a lot of time altering my designs, and by the time the clients... I suppose, though, that just sticking... All of this makes for a real...
Here's your drink.
Boss, what do you think is the meaning of art?
The meaning of art? Real. Anyway, I don't know about...
What do you think, traveler?
Dan does such an amazing job. Okay, let me see if it's this one that
No worries.
It
was just an offhand question. It's
he
been
is
bothering me for a
hilarious.
while. Even when I'm awake, the question haunts me like a bad dream. I still haven't found a good answer to it. Or maybe there was never a correct answer in the first place.
Let me try this one and see where that takes me.
He understands nothing about my You mean, if... You've got time to get going. I know where we'd be able to... There's no time to waste. The wine can wait until...
Okay. I'll see if this will actually take me to a new path. %. Okay. I think I might have to choose a different option.
Kaveh. My apologies. If I choose...
to be perfectly honest, even now, I am aware I've produced several...
Yes, it's just... the timber.
Architectural same with the if all you need...
Actually...
I think...
I want...
We've gone through...
Thank you.
Sorry.
I still have a few...
I also have a similar... he does seem real... That's actually the more Mora some... Actually, who knows how...
Okay. Let me check on the plan real quick. Darn it, no, it didn't take me there. Okay. I have to go back. Okay. I have to go back. This is... Goodness gracious. Usually I would do this on my own and just like, you know, skip everything. At least, you know, after I've ever read it. Oh, Kaveh, I'm back again.
Taking this commission was truly the worst decision. Actually, while we're on that, what are you doing here at the tap? Stress is just an inescapable part of being a working adult. Boss, do you want something too? I'll put it on my tab.
Wine in a
I know you're already keeping that guy. Another glass.
You've got it.
It really is, but perhaps getting... I would spend a lot of... I suppose the... All of this make...
Here's your drink.
Boss?
The meaning of... Anyway, I don't...
What do you think? Yes, art shouldn't be Let's say that I built a house for someone. If they don't like how it looks, then no matter how brilliant it may appear to me, they won't be happy with it. The problem is that it can be very difficult to get validated by others. I could compromise my personal standards to accommodate my clients, but often that just means creating a final product that I would struggle to look at.
Okay, I've already... But this... What am I supposed to choose? Okay, let me try that one again.
He understands nothing about my design, and all the suggestions he made were as if he just... Okay, well, there's no time to...
This is... Okay. What am I doing wrong? Because it's putting me on the same path. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Why? I've chosen every single...
was truly the worst decision ever.
I've chosen every single dialogue. I don't get it.
What are you doing here? Stress is just
How
an
am I not
inescapable
getting the
part
other
of being a working
path?
adult. Boss, I'll have a glass of... Do you want something too?
Unless...
I'll put it on my tab.
No.
Wine in a glass.
Okay.
I know you're already keeping this... That guy... Another glass.
You've got it.
It really is, but perhaps getting... I would spend a lot... I suppose, though, all of this makes...
Here's your drink.
Boss?
The meaning of... Anyway, I don't...
What do you think? No worry. It's been bothering...
Okay,
Sounds
what if I do
great.
this? Oh, look at...
Different career.
A different career?
I see. That's not a bad idea.
I don't want to...
I think I've heard a saying somewhere before. 80% of a working adult's woes are due to not having enough mora in the bank. It's just a saying, of course, but even I will admit that my life would be a lot better if I could make additional mora. And if I want to make mora, I should finish that ridiculous commission. But I really can't find it in me to go back and talk to him right now. Hold on. I just remembered that I used to have a senior classmate by the name of Alkami. If memory serves me right, he's no longer taking private commissions, but he's still doing pretty well for himself. Maybe I'll be able to get some advice from him. Yeah, I should get on this right away. no more wine for me today. I'll grab the bill and be on my way.
Okay, maybe this is the actual path. I have not, but yeah, if you wanna help me out, that'd be perfect because freaking mobile is the worst. Thank you, I appreciate it. Of course I'm going the wrong way. There he is.
Ah, Kaveh, it's you! It's been a while. What have you been up to recently?
Yeah, it's been a long time, Alkami. Things haven't changed much for me. I'm still taking private commissions for all kinds of projects.
I heard that you were the genius behind the Palace of Alcazazare. I bet you're all set for Mora after a project of that size.
Well, it's hard to make a profit from every project, you know?
Hard to make a profit? You've got to be joking. I've never met an architect who didn't make a profit from a project. Unless the client fled before they paid the commission fee in full. But that doesn't sound right either. Doesn't Dory have a pretty decent reputation in our local business circles? I don't think she's ever been involved in any kind of big scandal.
Well, about that. I mean, it was complicated.
I understand. Either way, doing one project after another sure gets exhausting over the years, huh? I've been there, so I can feel your pain.
comment.
I mean, I obviously never had your reputation to live up to. That must have been stressful. Not exactly. My work is still closely related to architecture. Judging from the look on your face, you're still strapped for Mora. That's quite unfortunate. You're the most artistically gifted graduate the Kasharawar Darshan has seen in decades. But it looks like you still have a lot to learn in terms of making Mora. With that said, us Kasharawar grads should still look out for each other. What if I told you about an idea that'll absolve you of all your Mora troubles going forward?
Are you serious? But something like that has got to be some kind of top-level business secret. Are you sure you can just share something like that with me? Besides, I don't want to just take something like that without offering anything in return. I still have a little Mora. Or is there something that I can help you with?
Oh, you're too kind. This is just a simple tip. Even if I didn't bring it up, I'm sure you'd hear it from the others sooner or later. The idea is this. I recently opened up a training center with the goal of educating people in architecture design. Compared to the classes taught by those old fossils at the academia, my classes are more condensed and streamlined and will allow people to quickly get their foot in the door. Unlike the academia, I won't turn down anyone who's interested, rich or poor. As long as someone wishes to learn more about architecture, I'll accept them into my training center. It just so happens that I'm still looking for a few more instructors. So, what do you say? Interested in coming over to give a few lectures? Regardless of the pay, I can already guarantee that it'll be far more comfortable than working on random people's private commissions.
Ah, so you want me to join you as an instructor? That does sound like something I'd be able to do. It sounds like a pretty stable job, too. What do you think, Traveler?
At least we won't deal with clients anymore. That is such a mood.
Then it's a deal.
Yes, it's a deal. Thank you, Alkami.
Oh, like I said, there's no need to thank me for this. The lecture room is not far from here, so you can just come straight here tomorrow morning. As for the pay, how about we start at 300,000 mora per lecture?
300,000? Are you serious? How could you offer so much?
It would seem that you're still oblivious to your own economic worth. 300,000 is nothing compared to the prestige of having the Light of Ksharawar as one of my instructors. 300,000 is also just the base rate. Just trust me on this. The longer you stick with me, the more you'll come to understand your true value in the market.
Aww.
I have to go make some preparations now. See you tomorrow.
I was never particularly close with Alkami when we were in school. Who would have thought that he'd be so nice and friendly? I've hosted free lectures before, but this would be my first time being hired to lecture for a formal business. 300,000 mora per lecture. Whew. I'm so excited that I'm starting to get nervous.
He's so adorable.
Thanks so much. I think I will be able to relax a bit more with a friend in the audience. Now, what should I talk about tomorrow? Some lessons I've learned over the past few years? I should probably save those for later. For my first lecture, I should start by getting them more interested in the field. All right, let's meet here again tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
I should
you're
hurry home
right.
and create some kind of lesson plan. If I'm going to become an instructor, I should make sure I show up prepared.
300k would fix so much of my problems. 7 a.m.
My latest design's getting there, but there's still room for improvement. Better make my finishing touches before the deadline creeps up.
Wrong way.
My dad owns loads of Sumter pieces. Wow. We eat them.
Oh, there you are.
Oh.
Yeah, but we live in a
Didn't
vegan
expect you two to
society
get here
where
so early.
we can't have that much.
I was up last night preparing for the lecture, but I ended up getting so excited that I couldn't fall asleep. Here, I've prepared a lesson plan. Do you want to take a look?
Lesson plan? I must commend you for your dedication. But the training
I'll
center
check them
has
out
already
afterwards.
developed its own set of teaching materials. Instead of using your own plan, you can just use what we have here. Of course, you're always welcome to work in some of your own content to add some fun and flavor. Sure, be my guest. It's almost time for the lecture to start. Feel free to head in and start the class whenever you're ready.
Huh. So you've already developed your own set of teaching materials. Seems like I won't need the stuff I've prepared after all.
Aww.
Anyway, shouldn't be a problem. I'll just go ahead and use your materials.
He was
There's
so
something
excited.
else I want to ask, though. This isn't going to be a large class, is it?
No need to stress. There are only 20 people in this class. There are 14 classes at my training center. Out of all of them, the first class has the best grades, so I've directed them to you. We'll see how well they take to your lectures.
20 people, huh? All right. I think I can handle that.
Oh, and one last thing. In the interest of keeping a quiet learning space, only instructors and students are allowed in the classroom when class is in session. I'm sorry to say this, but your friend will have to wait outside while you teach the class.
No, I want to be in there. That's not fair. Ugh.
sorry about that. I'll meet you at the door when the class is over then.
Oh, suspicious? Okay.
Hey there. Can I help you? Oh, Alkami? You mean that rich guy who's been making quite the name for himself? Yeah, he commissioned a set of furniture from me a while back. Paid a great deal of mora for it, too. I heard he earned a fortune working as a renowned architect. Now he's opened a training center so others can follow in his footsteps. If the tuition wasn't sky high, I'd enroll my child in a heartbeat. Architecture really sounds like a lucrative profession.
Hang on. I wanna... No! Oh, I hope you can get her again when you do another pool. Aw.
My dad owns loads of stuff for me.
I think you're right! Oh. Oh, I can't read it. That's why. Because I look like bread.
Did you hear? Alkami recruited Kaveh to be an instructor.
I bet that'll boost his enrollment numbers.
Really makes you jealous, eh? If you think about it, Alkami was never that talented himself as an architect. If we're just talking about professional skill, no one would pay for a class with him.
That's true, but you've got to admit, his advertisements are really effective. After all, the academia only admits those that can pass its entrance exam. So only a few people could hope to study architecture in the halls of the Kasharwar. For those who can't pass the exam, or who just want to jump straight into the industry, the training center is the best bang for the mora.
Man, to have that kind of business acumen.
Oh, I hope you get Yamiko and Kirara.
All right, everyone. There's no need to be nervous. Class is over, so we can just chat for a bit. I shouldn't have lost my temper during the lecture. Did I scare anybody?
No, you weren't scary at all, Mr. Kaveh. We were just a bit lost and didn't get what you were talking about.
Oh.
Oh, don't get me started. I was trying to use Alkami's materials, so I flipped through some pages and gave them a closer look. The more I read, the more upset I became. Alkami may fool an amateur, but he can't fool anyone who's active in our profession. The materials he made are completely useless for teaching real architecture. In my opinion, the most important skill of an architect is their ability to craft a design. In other words, they must be able to conceptualize ideas. There are tens of thousands of buildings in the world, as well as a countless number of architectural styles. Some designs emphasize aesthetics, while others prioritize practicality.
Hang on.
The architects who can critically evaluate the quality and fit of different designs are those who can come up with great designs of their own. But you won't get any of that from the teaching materials they're using here. All these students are doing in class is rote memorization of existing designs. They are learning nothing about the underlying principles. How can they expect to become real architects? When they're done with this class, all they'll become are dilettantes with a pitiful smattering of architectural knowledge.
But, Mr. Kaveh, we didn't really understand anything you said after you threw away the materials either. What's the big deal anyway? It's not like we're looking to make some works of art. We just want to make some Mora.
You're studying architecture to make Mora?
Yeah! Why else would we be studying here? My biggest dream is to become someone like Mr. Alkami. Once I finally make my fortune in architecture, I'll be able to buy anything I like.
Huh. In that case, I'm afraid you'll probably be disappointed. The reality is that the work of an architect is very difficult, and the pay is not lucrative at all. Believe me, I'm a perfect example.
But how? Mr. Alkami just told us last night that you made a killing by building the Palace of Alcazarzare. He also said that as long as we graduate from his class, waves upon waves of people will reach out to us with private commissions, and we can just sit back and wait for Mora to fill up our pockets.
Oh,
it won't be
boy.
long before I can put these miserable days behind me.
Your kids.
Come on. And you all believed everything he said?
But Mr. Alkami is really rich, isn't he?
You... It's pointless trying to argue this with you right now. You've already filled your heads with pipe dreams. Let's go, Traveler. Let's hear about Alkami's true plans from the man himself.
Alright, sir. What's the meaning of this?
What's wrong, Kaveh? You look quite flustered. Did one of my students offend you? Were the students not astute enough for your liking? I must implore you to go a bit easier on them. After all, they're nothing like the genius scholars you're used to dealing with at the academia. We don't need to strive for perfect understanding. As long as some knowledge has been passed on, that's good enough.
Yeah, I'm mad at them. But I'm even more upset that you're scamming people under the guise of teaching them about architecture. The students are all here hoping for a quick way to make money, but we both know that an architect's life is hard and exhausting. Just a little while ago, I was toiling over the 6th draft of a design for a client. If your client is unhappy, you can't break ground, and the longer a project goes, the longer it takes for you to get paid in full. What's worse, if your client disappears in the middle of a project, good luck getting anything from them ever again. You know all of this just as well as I do. Why lie to them?
Look, Kaveh, you may be the light of Ksharawar, but like I said, you still have a lot to learn about making Mora. You may deny it all you want, but it's a fact that in today's Sumeru, architecture is a terrible profession. Our clients care very little for the effort we pour into our designs. Instead of appreciating us, they spend all their time nitpicking details and demanding changes, often forcing all kinds of ridiculous ideas onto us.
I suppose that's more or less true. Go on.
Why should we cling on to a profession that's difficult and unrewarding? If the field is dying, then a person who still wants to make a good living will just have to change their strategy. If it's near impossible to make money as an architect, then why not just establish a training center and train other people to become architects in our stead?
Wait, how does that make any sense? Aren't you just leading them into the same trap?
We are already stuck, my friend. The more people we can lead into this pit and stack as padding beneath our feet, the more comfortable our lives will be. That's right. Making money as an architect is a slow and agonizing process. In comparison, earning tuition from a training center is far easier. None of the students will ever know, however. In their eyes, all of my income was earned during my years as an architect. It's easy for them to fall for my promise. After all, everyone wants to live the dream of being the person who can spend millions without batting an eye. The more students I get, the more money I earn. And the more real that dream becomes.
And then what? Once they graduate, they'll still find out the truth about architecture and struggle to stay afloat amid all the problems we already talked about. When that happens, your facade will pop like a soap bubble. No one will believe you anymore.
Ah, but that's just one way to look at the problem. No two people have the same amount of talent. Even if they fail to strike gold in the future, you can't say that it's my fault and mine alone. Oh, and also, I never actually promised that they would achieve financial freedom as long as they become architects. All I did was nudge them towards that belief. I'm not even scared if they do come back and stir up trouble. My training center has all the required permits and certifications. Even the Dendro Archon herself couldn't find fault in any part of my business.
How can you sleep at night knowing that you're doing all this? Tell me, is your heart carved out of brick and stone? I can't believe that I once saw you as a decent human being. I am beyond disappointed in you.
And the same goes to you. How many years has it been since you graduated from the academia? If you still can't accept something like this, do you just plan on keeping that worthless naivete of yours until the end of time? Only fools will see art as revered and sacred. In the end, art is just another business. Being successful at running a business is an art form in itself. I urge you to think about what I've said. Offloading your pain onto others is the only way a person can live comfortably in this world. As the light of the Ksharowa, you've accumulated plenty of fame and respect. It's high time that you use those resources to improve the circumstances of your own life. Think it over, Kaveh. I still believe our collaboration could be very fruitful.
Wow.
I'm so mad, I feel a headache coming on. There's nothing more I can say to him. I'll resign from my position as instructor. Of course, I'm sure you've realized that as long as I remained at this center, he would be able to use my name to advertise this place. Even if I just sit back and do nothing, others will be deceived and suffer because of me. He is right about one thing, though. These kinds of training centers are everywhere. And even if the academia was to find out about it, it's unlikely that they would take any real action against it. The most that they could accuse him of is false advertising. And even that would be hard to prove. Oh? Did you notice something else? Yeah, you've got a point. The rate he gave me was 300,000 mora per lecture. That probably came out of the students' tuition. And who knows just how much he's been charging the students for attending his classes. If you're gambling everything on making it rich as an architect, are you really going to have the mora to pay for that kind of tuition? Right. We should hurry. The students didn't believe a word I was telling them. They're still daydreaming about making millions. We're never going to get any information from them again if we let Alkami talk to them first. Let's move now before he's had the chance to react.
Really quickly, Winter, do you mind if we go and do the weekly boss or whatever another time? My phone is getting very, very hot, and the battery is getting low.
Where's my key?
Oh, Mr. Kaveh? What are you
Thank
doing
you.
back here?
Class finished a while ago, but you're still here. Why haven't you gone home?
What time do you think you'd be available? Tomorrow or the next day, whichever.
I wanted to stay for a little longer. I'm still thinking about everything you taught during the class. Even though a lot of it went right over my head, I still thought the houses you drew were really pretty.
Of course they were. All the examples I drew were world-famous landmarks. Each one was the magnum opus of a celebrated architect. It's a good thing that you could recognize them for their beauty. The accumulation of knowledge is the first step to artistic expression. Instead of rote memorization, you should try to relate and to understand. And after that, Try to resonate with the work.
Resonate?
Yes. When I first got into architecture, there were many things about it that I couldn't understand at all. I would find a building to be beautiful, but have no idea what made it so good. And for most people, just being able to admire a building is enough. To become a good architect, however, you must also learn to assess and appraise. Going from admiration to assessment will take a lot of time and specialized knowledge, and I'm afraid that some superficial speed training won't be enough to take you there.
Okay, we can try tomorrow at around 2:30. I get off work at 2, and I should be home by then. So I'll get on stream or something, and then we can see if we can go ahead and get those done. Thank you very much.
Just as I thought. Becoming an architect won't be as easy as Mr. Alkami made it out to be, right?
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to crush your dreams. All I want to tell you is that an architect's life is not as carefree and easy as others may make it out to be.
I understand. Thank you for telling me the truth, Mr. Kaveh. I think I'll still stay here for the time being, though, since my family still hasn't paid everything off.
Paid off what?
Sorry, I can't say anything more. Mr. Alkami made it very clear that anyone who talks about it will be kicked out of the class.
Don't listen to him. I am the most famous architect in Sumeru. If he kicks you out, then I'll just take you in instead.
Really?
Why would I pull your leg? I can see you have some talent, so as long as you get your fundamentals down, you should be able to pass the entrance exam and continue your studies at the academia.
Then please keep this a secret for me, Mr. Kaveh. Truth be told, my family is not very well off, so we couldn't really afford the tuition for this class. Mr. Alkami was the one who reached out to my parents. He told them that he knew a merchant by the name of Bahar and that we could get a loan from him. He told all the students that once we graduate, people would come flocking to commission us for projects. If everything went well, we'd be able to pay off everything in just a few years, and all the more we make after that would be ours.
How much did your family borrow from this merchant?
I think it was several million mora.
Jeez.
And what was the interest rate?
I'm not really sure. My parents were the ones who signed the contract. All I know is that the stack of papers was as thick as a slab of rock.
We should get Sino on this.
Yeah, I have a bad feeling too. Something about the whole thing feels dastardly familiar. We need to find that merchant to confirm. But if we were to confront him right now, there's no way he'd admit to anything. Good idea. Hey, tell me, do you know where we'd be able to find this merchant?
We last saw him on the north shore of Port Ormos. Who knows if he's still in that area, though.
Well, it'd still be worth taking a look. Architecture... No. The arts shouldn't be used as bait for a scam. We need to do something before the students' lives are ruined even further.
Okay, it's right there. Okay, I'm just gonna have to run. Where are you? Yeah, I didn't think so either, but apparently it was that bad. It's too much like real life.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen you guys before. Here for business?
You're Fahar, right?
Yes. May I ask who introduced you?
Alkami. My friend here wants to enroll in his architecture class, but they're a bit short on money. Alkami told us you're the man to go to in this kind of situation.
Oh, sounds like his business is booming. How much do you need?
Let me see. I'd say around 3 million mora.
Oof, you call that a bit short on money? Anyway, since you're here because of Alkami, I can work things out for you. Make sure you sign the contract, though. Lots of people are borrowing money from me nowadays. Here you go. Don't worry, there's nothing particularly unusual about it. All you need to do is pay back the loan in full within 3 years.
And what if they won't be able to pay it back?
What do you mean, won't be able to pay it back? Once you graduate from Alkami's place, you'll be making millions of mora a year. Easy! At that point, paying this off will be a piece of cake. And even if you were to run into some difficulties and need to delay the installments, it's no big deal. We're all reasonable people here. If you can't pay quickly, you can just pay it back over a longer period. All that would change is your interest rates would get a little higher. It's hard work running a business. If we're taking risks to supply you with mora, it's only fair that you take on a bit of the financial risk as well. Anyway, there's no point in tying yourself in knots over the contract. With the way you're reading every single line, it's like you're worried you're about to get scammed out of your whole life savings. Why would I lie to you? Tons of students at Alkami's place have signed the contract. Aren't they all doing pretty well for themselves?
I just did some calculations in my head. When you say the interest will get a little higher, do you mean it'll get higher than 30%? Of course, the contract did a great job of trying to obfuscate that fact. It only listed the amount that you'll have to repay every day, which gives the false impression that the amount hasn't actually increased by all that much. If you actually do the math, however, it's clear that the amount you need to pay on interest alone will amount to hundreds of thousands of mora per year. Most people can't even make that much mora in a year. Your greed really knows no bounds. Even my creditor doesn't dare to raise rates that high. Once a family's signed on to a scheme like this, there's no getting out.
What are you trying to say, huh?
Ooh, the macho will happily answer that question.
I figured something was off when 2 well-dressed people came looking for a loan. Think you got the better of me? Too many people are sticking their noses where they don't belong these days. Luckily for me, though, this is a pretty secluded spot. Hey, come out and teach these guys a lesson!
Eremites? I've already fought off more than my fair share of them when I was working in the desert. There are only a few of them, so they shouldn't pose much of a threat. Marak, you're up!
You're dealing with the Sumeru boys.
Scanning!
Nowhere to run! Here you are. A process of elimination.
You want this? Let's nip that in the bud. One with the forest. I'll take my leave back.
Who are you and what do you want? I don't think we've done anything to hurt or offend you, so why go this far to destroy my livelihood?
Debt has the power to upend your whole life. I know very well just how miserable living in debt can be. But my debts are the culmination of many different factors, and my interest rate is still somewhat reasonable. As long as I continue to work with my situation in mind, my debts will eventually be paid off. But these students are different. They have neither the mental preparation nor the financial resources to pay back a debt like this. You sold the dreams of becoming an architect to the students as bait, urging them to take on insurmountable amounts of debt to satisfy your greed.
Ha! Everyone knows there's no such thing as a free lunch. It's their own fault for falling into the trap. And if we're going to talk about greed, aren't those students the ones who are blinded by it? They completely ignore the risk that's right there in front of them.
No excuse.
Ha! And here comes the silver tongue. Surely you use that to reel in the students as well. Even now, many of them are still hopelessly dreaming of striking gold after they graduate. People grow by learning from their mistakes. I hope this will be a valuable lesson to them. Let's head back to the Academia and turn this guy over to the Matra. They should be able to link him with Alkami's business. Sino? Didn't think I would run into you here.
My vacation just ended not too long ago, so I'm going over some cases at the Academia. Who's this? I see. Charging an interest rate over 30% indeed constitutes a crime. As it is highly likely that Alkami is also benefiting from this scheme, the Matra will open an investigation on him as well. The training center will be closed until further notice. Any funds we manage to recover from the suspects will be returned to the students. It's unclear how much we'll be able to get back, however, given their extravagant spending.
That should still be enough. Once the students realize the error of their ways, they won't fall so easily for such traps in the future. Anyway, thank you for your help. I hope this won't be too much trouble for you.
It's no trouble. Just another day at work. How did you two get tangled up in this anyway? Did you accept any mora from him?
He promised to pay me 300,000 mora per lecture, but I resigned as soon as I finished the first session. I didn't take a single coin.
Ah, that's good.
What do you mean, that's good? Would you have taken me into custody as well if I had actually accepted any mora?
I wouldn't have gone that far. But, had he insisted that you were also an active participant in his schemes, under our rules, we would have been required to open an investigation on you as well. Either way, though, I believe you are innocent in all of this. Had you actually been all right with making money through less than noble means, your life wouldn't be the mess it currently is.
Hey, what was that? What do you mean my life is a mess?
Never mind. Your life is fine.
You're just messing with me now, aren't you?
Let's get back to business. If Alkami's case can be successfully resolved, you'll be eligible for a monetary reward from the Academia. Don't forget to pick it up after the fact.
Huh. I didn't even know there was such a thing. I never would have guessed. What I'm trying to say is that we didn't report Alkami because we thought we could make some more off of it.
The reward will be given regardless of your personal motivations. It was implemented with the intent of encouraging people to supply tips to the Matra.
Fine.
Is there anything else?
I want to go back to the training center one more time and talk to some of the kids.
Sure, but you should wait until tomorrow. My subordinates will shut down the center today, and summon the students to gather information on the total amount of mora they've lost in the scam.
All right, then I'll stay out of their way. I can talk to the kids tomorrow.
I have a few other things to take care of, so I'll be off for now. If you want to follow up on this case, just come find me again. Or ask one of the Matra.
That should finally be the end of that. Oh, who would have thought it would turn out like this? All I wanted was to find a new gig and earn some mora. To think Alkami would sink this low, it still makes me really upset. Still, I think I feel a little better now than when you found me back at the tavern. It's a little ironic, but you could say it's because I've realized that there are many circumstances in the world that are even worse than my own. Now that I've seen such things firsthand, I suppose I've earned a new sense of appreciation for my life. How should I put it? I'm pretty stubborn when it comes to my profession, so I often argue with my clients. The arguments are usually extremely frustrating, and every once in a while I'd wonder if I only became an architect because fate wanted me to pay for some sins I'd committed in a previous life. Alkami's suggestion would have allowed me to quit my life as an architect and earn money solely from my reputation. But now that I've experienced that for myself, I can confidently say that I'd never want to do it again. Every scholar has their own sense of pride and a line that they don't like to cross. Of course, when faced with the vicissitudes of life, some will surrender these things to seek a more comfortable life. I can understand that. Just speaking for myself, though, I don't think that's something I'd ever be able to do. The voice in my heart would just keep repeating one thing. The moment I turn away from my dreams would be the moment my career ends. If I stopped devoting everything to my creative activities, I'd be able to lead a more comfortable life, but at the same time, my sense of intuition and understanding for the arts would also begin to degrade. At that point, any materialistic ease I may have gained in life would just become another form of torment. In comparison, my current life comes with its share of difficulties, but at least I'd never have to deal with that kind of existential reckoning. I appreciate it. You may call me conceited for this, but I would also like to think I'm talented enough to be able to lead a decent life without compromising my pride. It's certainly not easy, but I want to keep at it. My thanks again for being such a great help throughout all of this. I'm planning to pay another visit to those kids tomorrow. Want to come with me?
Yep.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Is that a little too
Get
loud?
some good rest.
8 in the morning, okay. And then this should be the last. Wrong one! Should be the last one.
I never would have guessed Mr. Alkami was a scammer.
The training center has been shut down, and the Matra have promised to return some of our tuition. But we've already spent so much time on this class. What should we do next?
Mr. Kaveh said we can keep working on our fundamentals and try to get into the academia.
Ha! Easier said than done. If it was easier to get into the academia, none of us would have signed up for the class in the first place. Only the best of the best can get into the academia studying on their own.
Mr. Kaveh might be willing to teach us.
Why? What reason does he have to stick around?
So, you're the only ones that showed up today, huh?
Huh? Kaveh's here!
Now, that's Mr. Kaveh to you. I'm here as your instructor, so let's keep things a little more proper. I'll keep instructing you for a while longer. You can pass on the message to the other students. As long as someone wants to come, they can join the class. Oh, also, I'm usually pretty busy, so I'll only be able to teach architecture fundamentals on my days off. Another disclaimer, I can't promise that you'll all be able to understand everything I'm going to teach. Architecture is not an easy profession. Aesthetics aside, even the basics of safe design can already be a handful for most people. If you want to design safe buildings, you'll have to go through a systematic study of structural engineering. And just as a heads up, all of this will be a huge step up from the superficial stuff you were learning before. It'll take both talent and perseverance to get through the course. I don't want to hear anyone say that I didn't warn you.
We'll try our best.
It seems some of you are really serious about this after all. All right, everyone, pack your stuff up. No need to prepare much for today's class. We're going to go on a quick field trip. You'll know once we get there. Come on, let's get going. We'll be off once everyone's grabbed their pencils and sketch pads.
We're going on a field trip. Alright, we're at 2. Okay. I need to stop it, Streamlabs. Oh gosh. Hang on. It will let me click. There we go. I was trying to click the button and it wouldn't let me. I thought I was gonna lose Tenori.
This lighthouse has been around for a long time, and I handled its renovations when I first graduated from the academia. The point of today is not so much about the lighthouse as a building, however. I just want you to take a look at it and do a bit of self-reflection. If you were tasked today with designing a building, how would you want it to look like? Don't think about how you'd actually go about building it for now. Just put your ideas to paper and draw the prettiest building that comes to your mind.
So, it can be, any kind of building?
Yep, as long as you think it'd look good. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a building. If you want, you can draw trees, the ocean, or even a garden area. Draw whatever you'd like.
Inspiration, Traveler, inspiration.
In my experience, it's best to approach the study of architecture from a point
Well,
of
that too.
personal interest, rather than for the sake of a career. Both the study and practice of architectural design are extremely difficult. A person who's forced to work on projects that they don't resonate with will only struggle and suffer. So at least for today, I hope the students will be able to create something that they enjoy. There's no need to think about it too hard. They'll have plenty of time in the future to revisit the design and make changes. What do you think? Want to try your hand at it as well? Don't forget that this is a free class from Mr. Kaveh, the Light of the Kasharwar. On a normal day, this would cost you 300,000 mora.
No, that is so cute. That's so cute. He's such a sweetheart. Oh, I love it. Let me grab these. It was so cute, yes. Okay, one more thing. Hang on. Wrong one. There. I gotta have something. Hang on. Whoop. No, not the best. There, I'm back. Oh no, that yeah, my phone is. How much battery is it? Oh, I've got 16%. Oh, anyway, thank you very much for joining me. It was an early stream. Holy crud, almost 3 hours. But I had a lot of fun on this one. So thank you very much for joining in and for watching me, fail at TCG. Winter, thank you so much for your advice. I couldn't have gotten Zhongli's card without you. But I will, I do have work tomorrow, so hopefully I'll be off. There's the battery powered warning. But hopefully that I get off at the correct time, because well, you know, it's a difficult situation. Anyway, if I do get off at 2 o'clock, then I'll do my best to, you know, hurry up and get on and stream and everything so we can do the weekly bosses. So I won't talk too much. So I hope you have a good night, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow, or the next day, whichever. So I'll definitely do my best, and you have a wonderful sleep. And I hope you have a good day tomorrow too, okay? Alrighty. Bye. Wait, I forgot. I need to learn how to stop the stream faster. Wrong one. Don't mind me.